We're like family. I can't do it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, for our new show for Watch the Pot YouTube. This is a spin-off of We Love It Raw. This is a new show called Total Impactful SmackDown. So we're going to be covering main event. We're going to be covering also TNA Impact Wrestling. And obviously SmackDown. Because Raw is 3 hours, so we got to give everything else a show for itself. So here is my co-host. Introduce yourself.
Hi, this is Venus from We Love It Raw. Happy to do a new show, new spin-off. This should be interesting. I love Raw. I love Raw, and I love SmackDown. So I'm gonna start getting back into TNA soon, hopefully. Yes. So introduce yourself.
As you all know, I am the future.
The future.
Chris
I'm back.
Ori.
I'm excited about doing this show because I only watch SmackDown. I don't watch main event nor TNA, but it should be an interesting show. Hopefully, we have a lot to talk about, and I'm really looking forward to doing this.
So yeah, I'm gonna kick it off with main event. I'm the only one that saw it, but you guys kind of heard about it. So Vanessa, you wanna introduce the match that's gonna happen on Monday night?
Yes. So during main event, it was announced that the New Age Outlaws would have to defend. Thank you. I went blank. Defend their tag team championship belts against the Rhodes Bros again, in Raw. So I'm gonna be excited. I'm a big fan of the Rhodes Bros. They're doing really good right now. I wasn't really there for the New Age Outlaws. I know that they're big on DX and everything. But right now I'm voting for the Rhodes Bros. What do you think?
Yeah, the Rhodes Brothers, they're a good tag team. They had a great run for a tag team in this modern era of the WWE, and I have to say it was pleasurable to watch them defend and honor that tag team championship like they did. But now we're back to sort of like the Attitude Era with the tag team division, with the Outlaws being the 6-time champions now.
Oh, you didn't know?
And I think it's really good that the WWE went from modern back to a little bit of old school. I think it's really good because a lot of these fans, these younger generations, didn't see the New Age Outlaws like I did back in the Attitude Era in the 90s and the mid-2000s. But now it's really good that they brought it back to a little bit of the Attitude Era with the New Age Outlaws.
They're just trying to steal some shine for a little bit, get some extra money. Road Dogg actually said those were his words. They're just back for a little bit of shine, a little bit of limelight, and they got it by
defeating the Rhodes.
Yeah.
So here we start with, there was other matches, but I'm not gonna talk about every match. I'm just gonna talk about AJ Lee coming out with, what's her name? Tamina. Yeah, comes out with the big bodyguard. Female version of Diesel. Big Daddy Cool. And Shawn Michaels is kind of AJ and Tamina.
Sort of.
Yeah, she's kind of like flamboyant, like how. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is she actually has her own match, and she just sits in the sidelines. AJ talking a lot of shit, and I think she's good on the mic. She knows what to say. And the match was whatever. She was facing. Oh yeah, she was facing Natalia.
No.
Oh, okay.
For some weird reason, but okay, that's the match.
I think it's the whole thing with the divas though. It's like they don't even know what to do anymore. It's like they don't have storylines for the divas because there's not as much divas as we had before. They're good divas because they have divas there, but I'm talking about real good divas that used to just go at it.
It's like this. The diva division is fading out in WWE. And you don't have Trish, you don't have Lita, You don't have, Michelle McCool. You don't have Stacy Keibler. They're fading them out. It's wrong that they fade out the divas because, the divas are excitement to watch. But,
That's because you guys like looking at the booty.
I like the matches. You guys are too hard on the divas. Some of them are sloppy. Some of the divas are sloppy. But I like AJ. I like Naomi.
Cameron.
Whatever her name is.
No, do you like Cameron?
Oh, Cameron's okay, but she's not as good as the other one.
No, Cameron's amazing. Naomi's a good wrestler, very well trained.
Well, there you go. There's enough talent around. Is what my point is.
But they
give
gotta,
them a chance.
But they gotta.
They're not giving them the spotlight.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't watch main event. Main event, usually the main event is the divas. That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't have enough time on Raw to give you everything you want. That's why there's different shows. You have to watch the other show. That's why SmackDown, you don't see Cena there all the time. Like, they got to give shine to other people.
Yeah.
That's what the other shows are about. That's what NXT is about. It's just giving TV time to people that would never get it.
Look at Emma. Look at Emma.
Emma was...
Look at Emma.
That's a great... You brought it up. Emma had a Evolution...
Emanation?
Emanation.
Evolution.
I think it was Evolution.
No, she's coming up with all these different, like, hashtag Emanation, hashtag Emalicious.
Well, for main event, I think it was Evolution.
Yeah.
Well, she's coming.
And she had a sign, and then Summer Rae.
I'm waiting for her to come in. Now, you're probably going to see her come in.
Yeah, Summer Rae was there and
She's going to start a feud. She's going to start a feud, I think, with Summer Rae. Or AJ.
I've never
Might be
seen
Summer
her
Rae.
fight.
Summer Rae at first.
It would be nice to see her fight.
So, yeah, Natalya wins with the roll-up, because of AJ's distractions. And,
You think you see Tamina versus AJ soon?
Yes.
Because
she's going to get tired of being bossed around.
I've been seeing it because AJ has screwed up a couple of times.
Impact.
We do worry.
So I'm just going to go into TNA Impact Wrestling because I know you guys are excited. You guys love Impact TNA Wrestling. You love Kurt Angle. You love how old he is. You love how fast he is. You love Samoa Joe. Let me jump into it.
Go ahead.
I haven't seen Kurt Angle since 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when he was in Raw in WWE, and he was skinny.
Oh wow!
Not dissing. It was very shocking to see him. Because I'm so used to seeing his Olympic skinny self that he's like more muscular, more built, and more bigger now. It was cool to see him. But yes, continue.
So yeah, usually Impact Wrestling is kind of like no one there to watch the show, and it's kind of empty that they do certain shots where you can only see the people that are there. They pack everyone into one section.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really refreshing to see that they actually were, I think it was the UK, and it was really packed. I think that it was because it was free tickets from what I heard, but it was really packed, and I'm not used to seeing that for them.
Yeah, they had a big audience, really big audience there.
So good for them, whatever the case is, whether they deserve that or not, or they got a deal just for that time, good for them. That'll just make everyone better. If they get better, then WWE's gonna get better, and we need competition. That's why WWE is so comfortable, because they got no competition.
That's it. The competition is scarce.
Yeah, it's just like, what am I fighting?
Monopoly right now.
Yeah, it's just like Vince McMahon laughs at that. So Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe confronts Magnus.
Oh God.
He's the champion, by the way. Magnus is the champion.
Who
the TNA wrestling,
by the way,
champion.
Took out Sting from TNA.
Yes. Officially took out Sting from TNA forever.
And that's why supposedly took out Jeff Hardy, he was saying.
Yeah.
That's quote unquote. We don't know if that's really true or not, but that's quote unquote. And he took out Jeff Hardy.
He did. I saw that. Fan. It was the match
from a ladder.
It was.
Was it for the title?
It was for the title. Yeah.
It was for the title.
Yeah. And Dixie Carter screwed him.
Dixie Carter. They're pulling off to be the next Stephanie McMahon / Vince McMahon.
Yeah. So that's pretty lame. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle. come out all tough like. So this turns into a tag match: EC3 and Magnus versus Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
Who the heck is this EC3 guy?
His name is Ethan Carter III.
Oh,
He's
dear
supposed to
Lord.
be a Carter.
Oh, okay. I remember that
Supposedly,
one.
like, you know, that's the storyline.
Yeah. She was like she's like a son or something.
Her nephew.
Her nephew or
Her
whatever.
nephew, yeah. So he's being... And by the way, just to shit on this guy, he has a Chris Jericho entrance that's kind of like...
Oh, boy.
And it's so lame to copy Chris Jericho.
Yeah, because there's only one Y2J, duh.
And he comes out just like... Not with his arms up, but like he turns around like...
No, Jesus Christ.
Makes a face and like, you're not Chris Jericho.
That's
first time
why I want to see Jericho come back and say something if he does watch TNA.
These wannabes out
You know,
here.
get these,
Fuck,
say
man.
something at least.
I think the only one from TNA that I love, and it was because I was a huge fan, and it's Jeff Hardy. That they told me he went to TNA a couple of years back, and unfortunately I hadn't had the chance to see him. But if I go on, I'm guessing like YouTube or whatever, I really would like to see his matches, to see what he's been doing in TNA. Because I had forgotten that he was there, and then Magnus, with his whole big speech, talking slow because supposedly UK is retarded.
Duh.
Yes, he mentioned him, and I was like, oh, that's right. Jeff Hardy's been in TNA, so hopefully I get to see what Jeff Hardy's been. Oh my, does he still do like swanton
Yes, he
bombs
does.
and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
Yes,
the
he
last
does.
match he had, he really hurt himself, like flipping from the top of the cage.
But he's always done that. Like
No, but
in
what I'm
his
saying, he's
feud-
older now. He's
Yeah.
still doing it because some
He's-
people they calm down with that stuff,
Yeah.
and he's not calming down.
Because you
I
took
mean,
it from
he did a
WWE.
really big. Sorry for cutting you off. He
That's
did
okay.
he had a really big feud with Randy Orton
Oh, I remember
a
that.
couple of years ago,
That's
and
before-
he did a swanton bomb
Oh, I remember that.
from I don't know how many feet up. It was higher
It was
than
at
a steel
Armageddon.
cage match, a steel cage, and he did a swanton bomb on Randy Orton from up there. They both ended up in the hospital.
Yeah, it was for the
And
title.
it
It was for the title. I think it was at Armageddon.
You guys always want to bring it back to WWE.
Sorry.
This
I'm
is not
sorry.
about this.
Because
Is
a lot of these
this
guys.
is Impact
But if you-
Wrestling
but
time.
Alex, let me tell you this. If you look at
We're getting to SmackDown
but
soon.
listen,
Okay.
but if you look at TNA, where do most of these stars come from? The WWE.
Yeah, gosh darn it, right.
Look at Kurt Angle,
Kurt Angle.
WWE. Look at Bubba Ray
Mickey
Dudley.
James.
Look at Mickey, Country Mickey James, WWE. Gail Kim, WWE. Need I go on? No, I made my point. Enough said.
So let me get to the stipulations of that match. I didn't even get to finish. You guys cut me off crazy.
Sorry.
Oh,
on
we're
that.
sorry. We're trying to make a point to our viewership here.
So yeah, the match is EC3 and Magnus versus Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. The stipulation is if they lose, Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe, that is, they have to be they're basically gonna be fired forever.
But they ended up winning, and I think they got a number one.
And if let me finish.
Oh my God.
And if they win, they get number one contender shots for the TNA Championship.
And I'm gonna take a wild guess. I bet you Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle won.
Yeah, but it hasn't happened yet.
Oh really?
So
So
hold
we
your
don't know
horses.
yet. Yes.
let
So
it
wait.
happen, man.
I'm sorry.
Let it
I'm
happen.
sorry.
Let them
So-
breathe. Give them a chance.
Which one is gonna have
dying
the number
out
one
there.
contenders?
They got 150 people there, man. Give them a chance.
Which
Need
one is
some
gonna?
help.
Which one is gonna get the number one contender? Both of them?
If
or?
they win the match, they both get to be number one contenders for the belt. I guess at different times they'll fight for it.
Why don't they just make it a triple threat match?
Well, I don't know what they didn't specify.
That's stupid. That's why you don't have many viewers in TNA anymore. Because you don't specify.
Okay.
Well, I heard a rumor regarding Kurt Angle.
That he's leaving TNA and coming back to WWE?
Yes. So maybe it'll be Samoa Joe that wins that. Number one contender that he wins that, and Kurt Angle leaves or whatever, and because the rumor was that Kurt Angle might come back to WWE. Everyone's leaving TNA, like Hulk Hogan.
Because TNA, Vanessa, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm going to be the voice of reason for this what they call organization.
Tell them. But be brief, because, we got to wrap this up.
TNA is so-called a company, but they're screwing their employees over, okay? Because you don't get opportunities like you do in the WWE. You got a bitch like fucking Dixie Carter. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Dixie Carter's going to run TNA to the fucking ground. That's why you're going to have one fucking company, and that's World Wrestling Entertainment. You hear me, Dixie Carter? You got something to say? You know where to find me, bitch.
I agree with him. Dixie Carter sucks, and she's one of the reasons it sucks. And I forgot to mention, the big joke is Magnus is a paper champion. Like, that's him. Like, people don't take him seriously.
He's like the Drew McIntyre of TNA. He's supposedly called the Chosen One. Give me a break. The Chosen One? Chosen of what?
So, yeah, this whole new storyline with Dixie Carter is there's a new investor that's supposedly going to change the company and, blow everyone's mind with the changes that's going to happen. So, that's, teased from the beginning, just to drop that on you. And then Velvet Sky and Madison Rayne get the win versus Gail Kim and Lady Tapa.
What the hell's Lady Tapa?
Lady Tapa is like an ugly woman with big boobs.
Really?
I was gonna say.
And she's married. She's married to a guy that wrestles here too. That I'm gonna mention in a few
Lady
minutes.
Tapa. Yo, look at that.
She sounds like someone that has just huge breasts and just. Bam,
like she's really brawling.
Everybody up with her breasts.
Lady, yeah.
I think my type of favorite. I like big boobs, and I'm not gonna lie.
This guy named Chris Sabin is so annoying. He has a little beef with his girlfriend that I forgot which one it was.
Oh, okay.
Velvet Sky or Madison. I don't know. I forgot which one.
I think they were like storyline related or something. I think I remember that.
Whatever the case is, that he's having a little. That's a fart. Next fart. So Kurt Angle jumps on Bobby Roode. By the way, that's probably my favorite guy in TNA right now, Bobby Roode. I don't know if he's related to.
I was gonna ask you, is he related to Ravishing?
It would be cool, but I don't know. But he, in his own right, I don't know anything about his past at all. I just know about what I've been seeing in the last month or two. He's been kicking Angle's ass. And he's been having great matches with Angle. Him and Angle been saving those matches every week.
Ah.
Him and Angle been putting on grade A matches on regular TV. Some of those matches are even better, dare say, than WWE matches.
Really?
Because they're putting everything they got. You see, it's just they need the right wrestlers wrestling at the right moments. Bobby Roode is a great heel. He's not a heel that they make him look weak. He comes around, he kicks ass.
Oh, that's always a good thing then.
And he beat Angle. There was a match that it was a 2 out of 3 match, and Bobby Roode beat him 2 out of 3.
Really?
Clean.
Wow.
So Bobby Roode is the man.
Sounds like the man.
So but he's still a heel working with Dixie, but he's still the man in his own right. He's still kicking ass. But either way, he has a beef with Angle because Angle's the good guy,
Blah, blah,
and then Samoa breaks him up, and then Samoa chokes Roode out, and it's just like, you better not be involved, stupid shit, storyline shit.
The whole...
Move on. A guy named Abyss that's a bootleg Kane / Undertaker. This guy's supposed to be scary. He's not. They
brought back the character Abyss because I remember the last time they had him as, Joe something. I forgot who it was. They took him off the character of Abyss. This was a couple of months ago.
That was a miss from Abyss. I don't even remember what happened with that guy. I just remember that they're trying to shove him down my throat. Let me skip to one of the few things I do like. Maybe I'm attracted to the heels in the company. Bully Ray, as formerly known to you WWE fans, is Bubba Ray Dudley.
That's the star!
Bubba Ray Dudley was awesome in ECW, WWE.
He made a living in ECW. He was a legend in ECW.
So I still look at him like that, and he's a singles competitor now.
Yeah, where's Devon?
So yeah,
where's brother Devon?
I heard that he's not in the company anymore.
Get out of here.
I don't know why, because I don't really investigate too much on TNA. You know, I don't. I usually spend most of my time WWE
Fortunately,
stuff.
I wasn't watching wrestling at that time.
Well, anyway, he was always cool. He rolls out with a coffin. He brings a coffin out to challenge. I forgot his first name, Anderson, something Anderson. They have a little feud because they used to be in a group called Aces and Eights and Betrayal and this and that. So they're gonna do a coffin match. Whatever. I don't get how Bubba Ray Dudley has a coffin match. I don't get it. It don't make sense. But they go out in an all-out brawl and they're this and that. So it's kind of build up to what's gonna happen later on. So for the final match, the match that I said, the 3-on-3 match, Samoa Joe makes Magnus tap for the win for him and Kurt. So they are the number one contenders. You see, I had to tell him that's next week just to, like,
Kurt Angle
make it special. But anyways, so it cut off for me, but I checked it out afterwards because it was live this week, which is never live.
Yeah, TNA is never live.
So it was live, so it cut off my DVR because I always watch it at night or whatever. So I find out it's a former WWE superstar, the investor for TNA Impact Wrestling that's going to change everything, this groundbreaking shit that everyone's scared of. Oh, what's going to happen? Is it for the good, for the worse, whatever. It's none other than former WWE superstar
Montel Vontavious Porter, otherwise known as MVP.
What a surprise to many that a guy with a shitty truck that has old hubcaps there that they haven't been cleaned and supposed to look rich pulling up. I don't know. They don't think things through at TNA. You're supposed to look like the rich investor, and you have a shitty car with shitty rims, and you have dirt all over them, and it's just whatever. But either way, it's surprising to me that MVP is even doing anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in years. I was actually having a conversation with my friend like 2 days ago. Talking about people that we haven't seen in a while in wrestling, in WWE, and he was one of them. I was like, he disappeared out of nowhere. I don't even remember his last match, because usually when they're about to disappear, they have a match, whether they lose and they lose it or something, but I don't even remember his last match. He just
MVP?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even remember who it was against, but
he didn't even say, you know what, fuck you guys, I quit or anything.
That's the MVP
from the WWE thing.
WWE.
Since we're talking about MVP.
But yeah, he used to come out. He was, at first I didn't like him, and then I grew to like him, but he wasn't like my
especially when he teamed up with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Remember that?
He was really, really good.
So that was an impactful wrestling day. MVP. The least you can say about it is that MVP is the new investor, which shocked everybody. Right? Agree? Doing something. At least you guys packed the house for once.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, today we like to bring to you our Friday night SmackDown wrestling review that took place yesterday, January 31st, 2014. Let me start off the beginning. I thought was very good. You had the Shield, and they were angry as hell. And by right, they have to be angry because of what took place on Raw Monday night. They were about to beat the team of Cena, Sheamus,
and Rey Mysterio.
And Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan. But then you heard the crazy and uncontrollable Wyatt come out, and they caused havoc, leading to the disqualification of the Shield not getting into the Elimination Chamber. We're going to go into that in a little bit, but let me get back to what I'm saying about what happened on the beginning of SmackDown Friday. With the Shield there, they're talking about why they're not in it. How they were going to be in it. You know, if they were in it, they were going to be WWE World Heavyweight Champions. And then
I like. Sorry for cutting you off. I like this whole thing with Dean Ambrose coming out saying that, you know, one of us could have done it. But then he looks straight into Roman Reigns' eyes and he says, "Do you think you would have won it?" And Roman Reigns was like, "I don't think. I know, bitch." He added the bitch inside. I know he said bitch afterwards.
Or at least mother.
Oh, motherfucker, something.
Something to
yes,
that
because you could have
degree.
seen it in his eyes. Like, I'm right here getting fired up because Roman Reigns just like believe in
I'm
Roman
waiting
right
for
now.
Roman Reigns to break out. And
I told you that it's gonna happen
here
3
we
months
go.
ago.
Okay, but can we not get into that?
So-
Vanessa?
It's
So-
time to introduce the game.
Yes.
So-
So then the game comes out.
So before Triple H came out, you skipped one part. Vicky Guerrero, the
Oh,
GM
yeah.
of SmackDown.
Excuse me.
I can do her voice.
Let's hear it. Do it. Do it.
Excuse me.
You pop my eardrums.
So she comes out. Continue.
She comes out and she's about to announce the match, and then you hear, "Behold the King, the King of Kings."
Dun, dun.
And I had a big smile on my face, but that's it.
Triple H is usually not on SmackDown. That's why I was happy.
But
Yeah.
he came out and told the Shield to let it go. It's water under the bridge.
I'm telling you to let it go.
But the
I'm
Shield,
not asking.
But the Shield kept saying this, blah blah blah, and Hunter was like, "Just let it go." Then Roman Reigns got into the face of Triple H, and that's when Triple H said, "You know what? I'm gonna do what's best for business. You want to fight? You're gonna get a fight." At the pay-per-view Elimination Chamber in Minneapolis, at the Target Center, you're gonna have the Shield versus the entire Wyatt family. And you want a war? I'm going to tell you right now, the Target Center is going to come unglued.
That's going to
Yeah.
be great.
I mean, the whole audience there when Triple H asked them, "Do you guys want that match?" And everyone went crazy, like, "Yeah!"
Because it's
and then
going
they started rooting for Roman.
because it's going to give the Shield a golden opportunity to see how they can do against other talent, not just Cena, Bryan, Mysterio, Big E, and all that. They want to see how they can do against other talent.
Well, that was a really nice big pop. Roman Reigns got a really big pop on that, and I think Roman Reigns only gets, you know, those big Roman Reigns pops when he's just by himself. Then when he starts attacking other superstars, then everyone's like boo to him. But I'm telling you, he's gonna blow up, and he just keeps on the spark, and it's just getting more and more and more. Pretty soon he's gonna blow up. I was saying to you guys, he is the mitochondria of the Shield, which means the powerhouse. Sorry, my nerd side came out.
Your,
So
high,
continue.
your college side just came out. Next, we're going to go into the one of two Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. That pitted the heel, the show-off, Dolph Ziggler, against the quote-unquote real American Antonio Cesaro,
Who's not from America?
who's from Switzerland and all that. You're here illegally. Alien! But anyway, this match was, it had its ups, it had its downs. Ziggler hit the famouser. Cesaro hit the old uppercut punch. But then in the end, you know, when Ziggler went to do the zigzag, it got reversed. Cesaro did the dizzy spin, as I call it. When you
the
do
Cesaro
yeah,
spin.
you get dizzy after watching that. And then after that, that led to him cracking his neck,
Ooh.
like that.
Whoa.
And doing the news.
And then doing the old neutralizer for the 1, 2, 3. And he is now part of the elimination match for the WWE World Title. It's going to be interesting because this is Cesaro's first Elimination Chamber ever.
Yeah.
He's a good pick to have.
So right now, who's in the
You got
match?
Bryan, Cena, Sheamus, Cesaro, Orton.
And we're missing
As
one
of
more.
now.
As of
Right.
now, and you got one more Elimination Chamber qualifying match that's coming up later on SmackDown.
So the next match is fun.
Go
versus
Xavier Woods from NXT. Now, this young man, let me tell you, Xavier Woods has got some talent. Being under the tutelage of R-Truth really has helped Xavier Woods be what he is. He's going to be a singles champion before you know it, Xavier Woods.
See, I see when he comes out, and since I barely see him fight, I just yawn and look away. Or, like, this is my time when I do my bathroom break or something.
Hey guys, we don't got enough time to talk about Xavier Woods. Why don't we move on? You see Emma again, NXT, whoop-de-doo. She's coming in.
She's going to make an impact, I'm telling you.
She's going to be there soon. We'll talk about her as soon as she's actually doing something. So the next fight is Ryback versus the main event players.
Primetime players.
Oh, the primetime players. I mixed them up because they are nobodies.
But let me get into what the...
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But let me get into what the primetime players did after they lost to Ryback and
lost.
Axel.
Let's just say they lost. I think it was 2 minutes, right?
It was about 2 minutes. What happened was you saw Darren Young, Mr. No Days Off, with a bloody bottom lip. And
yeah,
Titus
that last move that Axel did, that slammed his head.
Yeah,
I think
guy really busted him open there. But then you see Titus O'Neil, and he's standing outside of the apron.
Looking at him like,
he's like, come on, really?
2 minutes? 2 minutes?
And he's like, he grabbed him, and Darren's like, you know, we're brothers, we're family, we're friends, and yeah. And Titus takes the mic and goes, we ain't friends. We ain't brothers. You're just dead weight that I'm going to get rid of. Yeah. And then he just went all out on Darren Young. So as of now, the primetime players are...
he also slammed him to the barricade.
Yeah.
He slammed him really hard to the barricade.
And as of now, the primetime players are primetime down.
And it looked really bloody.
Well, I guess this is just a little vacation for them. For Darren Young.
No, they're going to go single competition now.
Yeah, everybody's breaking up.
They're breaking them up. They're going singles competition.
Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh, God.
The Shield's breaking up. They're breaking up.
Next, you're going to see a repeat of the Marty Jannetty incident on the barbershop, a.k.a. 1991.
So what's the next match?
The next match is the qualification.
Captain Charisma, the returning Captain Charisma, versus last year's Elimination Chamber winner, Jack Swagger.
Ooh.
To see who
I have missed Christian, and that was one of the people I was talking about. I'm like, when is he going to return? And then they announced last week that
he returned, Vanessa, with a vengeance. He ended up winning the match with a frog splash off the top rope. And after the match, he went to the back, and Renee Young did an interview with him, and he goes, you think you've seen this now? You've seen a lighter side of Christian. You've seen a lighter side of me. But the window of opportunity is closing very quickly on me. You're going to start seeing a more vengeful side of Christian.
So he's going to turn heel?
Not turn heel. I think you're going to see more vengeance out of him. You're going to see a fire in his eye.
Yeah. I can't wait. So he's now in the Elimination Chamber?
So now the Elimination Chamber match is completed.
You have Cena, Orton, Sheamus, Bryan, Cesaro, and Christian to make up the Elimination Chamber for the WWE World Title.
Well, we all know Randy Orton's.
Yeah, we all know that one.
No, Randy's keeping that shit.
No, he is. It's not a major pay-per-view. It's one of the minor pay-per-views.
That's too close to... That's too much. You have to build a story. You can't have a month to build with a new guy winning the belt.
It never works.
Not for Mania.
No. Mania's too big.
It's going to be nice to see all these different people fighting. Because you barely see all of them fighting each other.
It's new blood. Except for Cena. Cena's been in these before.
No, I know
but
that.
But this is new blood now in the Elimination Chamber. And Christian's been in a couple of them too.
I think Sheamus was the one. And of course Randy Orton has been. But it's going to be really nice because it's new to certain, to like Cesaro. And it's going to be really nice to see how they actually fight in these matches.
I mean,
I'm excited.
I mean, I'd be surprised, Vanessa, if they do change the title at the Elimination Chamber. But
I would be super surprised. I mean, I just think that, they need people for the next main event. And, the next pay-per-view. So they just put They're just putting them there. But I doubt that they're gonna take the belt away from Randy Orton.
Yeah,
the only one in that whole group that I would see
is Daniel Bryan.
It will be Daniel Bryan or Cena, so that they can main event.
I would hope that in my fantasy right now, I would hope they would change their mind, make Bryan win, and then he'll beat Batista at WrestleMania and he'll still keep the belt.
How much you want to bet? But this is by a long shot. If Bryan does win the WWE World Title, how much you want to bet you might see The Undertaker challenge Daniel Bryan for the WWE World Title?
That would be awesome.
Come back and get a championship reign?
See, the thing is that I love The Undertaker, but I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. I would love to see that happen.
Okay.
But right now, everybody's just saying that, quote unquote, he's supposedly too old, which he's not too old. He just turned 50. Well, he's about to turn 50. But he's not old.
But, Vanessa, I don't want to cut you short on The Undertaker. Yes. I'm so very sorry because I know...
So now we're going to go to the main event.
No! We are not going to the main event. We're going to the next match. The 6-time WWE Tag Team Champions against the Rhodes Brothers.
Oh.
Very good match. Very good match. Good pop to it. I'll tell you this.
Oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody.
It was a good match. It was a lot of action to it. But, the end was Cody doing 2 disaster kicks. One on Billy Gunn. One on the Road Dogg for the win.
Nice. Now, if only they can actually do that.
Come Monday night in
this Monday night and actually win the match and take their tag team champions.
It won't happen. It won't happen, but I think you're going to start building it up again to Mania. You're going to start seeing it.
Well, I heard it was a really good fight. It was going back and forth, and Cody Rhodes and these disaster kicks are like really good.
And to conclude this show, we are going to talk about the main event. Pitted, The Shield versus Sheamus, Mysterio, and Bryan.
That was a really good match.
It was.
I think that was the highlight of the whole thing.
Oh, there was plenty of highlights to that match, I'll tell you. A lot of flying. But the one thing that caught me was Sheamus hurting himself.
Fucked up his arm. His shoulder.
The surgically repaired shoulder, nonetheless. It was a surgically repaired shoulder.
Dean Ambrose threw him to the...
To the turnbuckle, to the ring post. Yeah. And he hurt the shoulder again.
But that spear
that
Roman Reigns did on Mysterio really broke Mysterio in half. He inches away from breaking him in half.
Yo, that spear, let me tell you, would have had Mysterio in pieces. You would have seen his upper torso and his lower torso.
Yeah, he started with the 619, right?
He was going to do the 619 twice. The first time, Rollins interfered, so he hit Rollins, and then Bryan hit him with like a high flying between the leg drop and all that. They got Rollins out of there, and then Mysterio was about to do the 619 again. Roman Reigns just got up, shook the cowboys off, and just gave him a nasty spear.
That was a really... And then Roman Reigns also, he's always stealing the spotlight with this new Superman punch. He did that Superman punch on Sheamus.
He did that to Sheamus. To Sheamus of all people.
But that was good between Roman Reigns and Sheamus
was kind of dominating Roman for a while.
He was.
He was smacking him up. And what did he? He lifted the shirt of who was it?
He lifted the shirt of Dean Ambrose, and he went
smacked the shit out of his chest.
He also did the bro kick to Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
After he was hurting him. Sheamus looked pretty cool.
After Sheamus, we heard the shirt.
Sheamus came back and he's like, I'm destroying everybody. And he was really dominating Roman Reigns. Like, I was really excited because Roman Reigns was trying to flip him and trying to be like, no, nigga, I'm the beast. And Sheamus just looked at him, was like, what's up? What's good? And they was really going back and forth.
And that was the final match of the...
So Roman Reigns won with the spear on Rey Mysterio.
Takes the win again.
Of course.
Roman Reigns for like a month straight, he's taking the win.
He's getting it good. But, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's show.
Total impactful
SmackDown.
And just like we had for Raw, keep it real, keep it raw. For this show, I came up with a very unique saying. Be sure to watch the beatdown on SmackDown.
Thank you guys for listening. This is our first show for this special. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and watch the podcast.
Say whatever you want. You can say shit about me, Alex, Vanessa. Well, don't say stuff about Vanessa because then she'll come and really find you and do Undertaker move to you.
You know what? Say whatever you want about whatever, and then we're gonna shout you out on the show. If you got a problem, we're gonna say, "Listen, guy
number one or woman number one or whoever the hell you are."
Watch the Pot YouTube, subscribe. Go to watchthepot.com. Check out my music videos. This is our first show. I'm glad to have you guys here. I'll have you as long as you can be here for this show. I know you guys work, and I know you guys are busy. So, it's great having you guys. See ya on Tuesday
for our weekly Raw review.
We love it raw.
And that
is it.